Hi everybody, and welcome back to My Nana's Apron, where we do gluten-free, dairy-free recipes. But I'm going to cheat today and make some ghee, Ghee, also known as clarified butter. And we're going to take the milk solids out of it. And it's supposed to be more friendly for people that have lactose or casein problems. It may not be for you. It's not vegan. It's still dairy. But I wanted to cheat today and make it, and I'll show you how it's done. I hope you all are having a great day. And let's go to the kitchen. Today I'm going to use Kerrygold pure Irish butter. It's grass-fed, and that's what you want to look for. It's healthier for you. And this happens to be unsalted. You can use salted if you want. I just happen to have this in the freezer. And it's going in the oven frozen. So it may take a little bit longer than the room temperature butter. So I'm just going to put, you want a glass pan or something that's oven proof. I prefer the glass pan. And I'm using this pan here, a small 8x8 or 9x9 cake pan, because I could pour it easier because it's got square corners. So I've got my oven at 250 degrees. I'm going to wait till it, well, you don't even have to wait till it preheats. I'm going to put it in the oven, and we'll be back in about an hour. Okay, now we have the butter that's done. This was 1 pound. We cooked it for an hour and 15 minutes. And as you can see, the solids from the milk have dropped to the bottom. And what we have to do now is strain it to get the top part out. You can take a spoon or one of those little sifters and get it off the top. But I'm going to do it a different way. I'm just going to do a double strain. I'm going to strain it twice. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, now I need to strain this. The top part has a lot of milk solids on it, and I need to get that out of there. And as I can say, you can take that off with a little strainer. I have one here. And but I'm not going to do that right now. So it's still hot. Remember, 250 degrees, and that way it doesn't burn. And then you got to watch it in the last part because it will burn. So I'm going to strain this through some cheesecloth. I've got about 5 or 6 layers, and I'm going to wait till the milk solids come to the top, and you'll still have a little bit in there, but I'm going to strain it into a glass now. And let me show you how to do that. Okay, here we have the dish where we cooked it, and as you can see, there's a lot of milk solids there. And then over here is where I strained it. Now I'm going to get ready to strain it again into the jar I'm going to be saving it in. And I'll show you how that goes. Okay, now I've got a coffee filter inside this little sieve. And what I'm going to do is use this to filter it again. Now the health benefits of ghee or clarified butter is enormous. It's got all kinds of vitamins in it, A, K, E, D, and you can use it in cooking. Frying your eggs in sounds real good to me because I haven't had butter for a long time. But remember, this is not dairy free. So you might try it and then it gives you a reaction, and then you will know that it's not for you. And so I'm going to strain this out. It's going to take a while because the filter is thinner or less porous than the other one that I had. I'm going to let it drip and I'll come back. The coffee filter didn't work. It would have taken me an hour to drain that stuff. I switched to cheesecloth, which I took off of what I'd already used because it had an overlap. And I used that. And now here's what we have. It's called Liquid Gold. And this will last for a year in your refrigerator. And it'll last on your counters depending on what temperatures you have in your vicinity. If you're in Florida or California and it's always hot, you don't want to sit it on your counter. Now here we have the cooler months where I could sit it on my counter, use it, and then in the summer months when it gets hot, I stick it in the refrigerator. But I had the last one for about a year, and I did try it, but I never double strained it. So you use this in vegetables. Let's say you're making green beans. If you're making cauliflower, broccoli, anything you like butter on. And I'm anxious to use it and see what it does. And because I've missed butter so much. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had a good holiday or holidays. And everybody's safe and well. I'll see you in the next one because I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve. One of them is starting to cook low carb. Kitchen tip that I told you I was going to start doing. And I'm going to start with knives. And as you can see here, I have a knife. It didn't come with one of these things to cover it up. You never want to stick it in your drawer because somebody's going to reach in and get cut, especially if it gets turned this way. Another thing, do not put in your dishwasher. If you value your knives, don't put in there. And you're going to hand wash it. And another tip is not to put it in your sink so the person that does the dishes will reach in and cut themselves. Lay it to the side so they can see it and then wash it. Another tip is never ever ever take it out of the drainer and do this. Pretend this is my towel. And I saw my granddaughter do this. I about had a heart attack. But she went to dry it off like this with a sharp edge right against her hand. So I had to teach her, when you dry a knife, you always do the unsharp knife down like this. This way you're not going to go to the hospital. Another thing too is if your knife does not come with one of these guards, you can order it online. Just know the size of your knife and how many inches it is, and you can order it online like that. Okay, that was my tip for the day. Bye.